Hi, personal finance students. Here's the second video for the day. I'm going to go through the 1040 form with you so that way you understand what you need to do your taxes. And so what you'll get, those of you that have a job, you've probably already seen these. It's called a W-2 form. And you'll get this from your employer when you actually, it'll happen typically in January or February of the year right after you had just kind of done taxes, because they compile all of the money that you've made throughout the course of the year, and they also show like all of the taxes that you have paid. And so that's what you'll use to help you fill out this 1040 form. And so I'm just going to kind of walk through with you here. So filing status, until you are married, you'll click single. All right. This would be a married couple filing together as one household, a married couple filing separately, which would mean that they each have their own tax type of return or tax, yeah, tax return form. And then head of household would be the would be one person with dependents. And then lastly, we've got a qualifying widow or widower, which would mean that they have a spouse who passed away. So then you just type in it asks for you fill in the boxes. First name and middle initial, last name, social security number. And then if you have a spouse, their last name, first name, middle initial, social security number, your home address. And then there's also like an example down there. It says if you have a P.O. box, then you need to do something different. Um, City and state, zip code, all that fun stuff goes here. Don't do this. Don't check this box where you're donating $3 to who knows where it goes. All right, so don't ever fill that out. It says presidential election campaign. I don't need you to do that. Like, if you want to give money to a specific candidate, then go to their website or donate to them directly. This, this I don't know. I don't know why that's on here. Um, Foreign country name, foreign providence state. So this would be like if you were from out of the country working on a visa. Standard deduction. So this is kind of the next section here. So someone can claim you as a dependent would mean that you have someone else paying for things like your food and your and other things, that like a house that you live in, stuff like that. So you live with mom or dad or grandma or grandpa or a guardian. And then we've got the next section here, age or blindness. This is all like if you're elderly or if you're blind. And then this section here is a list of dependents. So like if you have children, or if you have people that you are caring for, as you get older, this section will likely expand. Right now, there aren't anything really filled in there for any of you. Uh, Wages, salaries, tips on the W-2 form. So this is where we start using the W-2. Okay, so we look at wages, salaries, tips, right? And that's box number 1. So 16,525 cents, right? You just type in 16,525 cents, right? Yep. And then the next one, it says tax exempt interest. You skip that if there's nothing that you know of, right? You skip this. Qualified dividends, unless you have, if you've got, so this would be like if you have a Roth IRA. This would be like if you have stocks that have paid dividends. This would be if you have an IRA. All right, most of you are going to be able to skip a lot of these. Pensions and annuities, this again is if you're like retired, or if you had someone who was retired and you're receiving a benefit on their behalf. Social Security benefits would go in here if you are receiving that benefit. And then we go to capital gain or loss. This is if you have like different funds that are making money And so I always have to put in for my savings account, and I also have another retirement account that is separate from my Roth IRA that I put in here. Other income would be if you have any other things that you like made money on that was, extensive and would qualify there. So then add all those up, and that's your total income. So it's pretty easy for us. We just take that number there and we put it down here. It's the same number. And then it says add. Oh, I put it in the wrong one, didn't I? So it's got to go in this one. All right. Adjustments to income, Schedule 1. All right. Line 22. You'd have to go and look at that down there. But basically, you kind of get the gist of this here is that we really fill out, we kind of grab numbers from that W-2 form and then we put them in here. And so it looks intimidating as you look at this right away. But if you go line by line, and you go, okay, what's it asking for? See right here, it's asking for your bank account information. You just look at one of your checks or you look at your bank account. All right. So it's pretty straightforward after you like get over the fact that, geez, it looks like a lot of information, but really we only spent about 5 minutes going through this top part here. And so the bottom part is very straightforward here. All of the rest of this stuff, yeah, your signature, your occupation, all that stuff there, it's pretty simple, okay? And then this stuff here is also, you're looking at your W-2 form and putting things in. So that's all I need to show you on that one. And I will be back with one more video today.